Hello and welcome back to my channel. I recently done a girl talk video and I thought it would be quite interesting to do a boy talk because I'm actually more of a boy talk kind of girl. I'm going to jump straight in with the questions that I've been asked on Instagram because I've got quite a few, and last time I didn't manage to make my way through all of them, so I'm going to try and get through as many as possible today. I've just realised there is loads. So the first one is, my ex and I haven't been together for 7 months. We speak every day and I still like him. That needs to stop. That is literally going to go nowhere. A, they're an ex for a reason. B, if you were going to get back together, it would have happened by now. So why are you still like lingering with each other? Honestly, stuff like that is the worst, and I'm speaking from experience. Once you break up, break up. Break contact, block them, delete them. Delete every picture that you have of them, get rid of all the memories. The longer you keep going through this stage, the longer it's just going to carry on, and then it's just going to make it even worse. And then at the end of it, you'll think, why did I carry that on for so long? Because it's just made the whole thing a lot longer and a lot harder, because you probably spent the last 7 months thinking, maybe we'll get back together, blah 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 blah. Nope, he's just keeping you there until he finds someone else to come along. So get rid of him before he gets rid of you, and then you feel even more heartbroken. That's my opinion anyway. What to do if the boy you're talking to doesn't really put effort to talk to you and it's you starting all the conversations? I think that literally speaks volumes. A boy that wants to speak to you will find any excuse to speak to you. Like, you'll put a picture up of like pizza and then they'll reply like, I like pizza. So yeah, if they're not putting any effort in with you, then they're probably not that interested. Commitment issues after my ex, how do I overcome this? I really don't know, because I don't believe I have any experience with this. Like, after my exes, I didn't go into my next relationship thinking that they was going to be like my ex or treat me like my ex, or went into it worrying that we would break up because my last one did. I don't know if you've got commitment issues because they cheated on you, maybe. I really don't know, but not any two person is the same, and you're going to ruin every relationship if you go into the next relationship thinking about your ex and how they treated you. So I know it's easier said than done, but like, if you had a bad experience at one Chinese, you wouldn't go to the next Chinese thinking it was going to be as bad as that Chinese, because you'd be like, oh, I'm going to a different Chinese, thank God, because that Chinese was shit. I actually think that's a really good example, because you wouldn't, would you? Like, okay, maybe if it was like a chain, for example, like you went to one prezzo and it was shit, then you would probably be done with all the prezzos. But it's a completely different person, so you know, you can't link the two. You can't think about what happened with your ex and think it's going to happen with them. Don't go into a relationship worried about what's happened because of something that's happened in the past. Advice on how to get a boy interested. I have no idea. I am not the type of girl to shoot my shot. I would never slide into a boy's DM. If I messaged a boy to slide into his DMs, it would literally be like for a genuine reason, or if I was like friends with them. If I was messaging a boy, I definitely would not be messaging a boy to try it with him. I can't. I don't know how girls do it. Even when I was on like dating websites and stuff, I would not be messaging boys first. So I don't know, darling. I'm the worst person to ask for that. How do you know if they actually want a relationship or if they are just messing around having fun? When a boy wants something, they will go and get it. So if you have been sleeping with this boy for months and he has still not made any effort to progress the relationship, then he probably doesn't want any more than what you're giving him at the moment. So I would say length of time. I don't think you can like spot it early on unless they're messing around with loads of other girls and you get that vibe. Yeah, if you've been dating them for a long period of time and nothing's coming from it, then they probably don't want anything serious. Does a boy's height bother you? If you were taller than them, would you mind? Unfortunately, yes. I know that makes me a bit shallow. I'm not really skinny, so if I was standing next to a boy that was shorter than me, I would feel like a fucking beast. That's like more my own insecurities than anything. So no, the answer to that is no, they would have to be taller than me. I think one of my ex-boyfriends was about my height, not that much taller than me. But yeah, definitely not shorter than me. No, couldn't hack that. No. What's the oldest / youngest you would date? I would say youngest. I think I spoke about this in a video before, but I seem to attract younger boys. Like if I'm out and about and they don't know me, I can tell they're young just from looking at them. I think that's because I've got a young face. But for youngest, I would probably say, like, I'm 27, so I'd probably say 26. And for oldest, I'd probably say 33. Yeah, 33. I mean, if there's 34, I probably wouldn't mind too much. How to get over a breakup with the guy that you've been dating for 3 years. Literally been through the same thing. Dating? Does dating mean you're in a relationship or just dating? I don't know. Either way, you'll still feel the same if you've been around them for 3 years. I think I actually spoke about this in the Girl Talk video about going for a breakup. Stay busy. Literally keep yourself occupied. He has to be blocked from everywhere. You need to remove his friends. You do not want to know anything he's doing. If you know anything about his life, it will play on your mind. Out of sight, out of mind. They say it takes 21 days to break a habit, something like that. So if you have no contact, you don't know anything about him, do not stalk. Do not ask anyone you know anything about them. You just have to act like they don't exist, and then cry. Cry until you feel better. Cry until you don't want to cry anymore because you've got a headache. And keep your mind occupied. Find anything to do just so that you're not sitting there thinking about that person. How do you ditch a clingy boy, but in a friendly way? Right, I'm really bad at this because I feel like such a bitch, but what you do is you take ages to reply to their messages because they can't be clingy because you're not replying. But if you want to be friendly, I don't know, because it depends. Like, are you talking, or, you know, do you know each other in real life? Do you have to see them around? Just be like, hey, this is what I do, right? Give your friend your phone and get your friend to text the message from them, right? And then just delete the conversation, because then you don't feel bad about it. And get your friend to just message, just to say like, hey, sorry, I don't want to give you the wrong vibe, like, I'm seeing someone at the moment. That's a great one. Tell them that you're seeing someone at the moment, and, you know, it's a bit rude if you're messaging them. Sometimes you have to lie, guys, you know, to protect other people's feelings, because it's probably, I'd rather be turned down if a boy said to me, hey, I'm seeing someone, rather than being like, hey, I'm just not that into you. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather think that he was seeing someone rather than sitting there thinking, oh God, like, did I do something wrong or whatever. So that's what I would do. How to feel good about being single. Guys, we are not defined by other people. We are not defined by being in a couple. You are just your own person, and people in couples are still their own person. I'm really passionate about this now because I was at a stage in my life when I was with my ex-boyfriend where I thought that there was nothing outside of life than him. It actually makes me feel angry when I think about that. You were born on this earth on your own. You do not need to be with somebody. That is not what life is about. Like, yes, there is the, whatever it's called, like, circle of life, blah, blah, blah. Your purpose isn't to be with somebody. Your purpose is to be you, have a great life, have a great job, do what you love to do, have passions in life, do this, do that, travel, blah, blah. Not brought in this life to find somebody and marry them and be with them forever. This one really pissed me off. How to move on and get over your ex, moving on to your close friend. I don't know. I think I'd have to punch them both in the face. Is it true that you've been dating an extremely handsome, funny and interestingly tall blonde guy? Do you think that boys are afraid to talk about their mental health or general feelings? 100%. Now, I am a mental health first aider. I was trained to be one last year, yeah, August of last year, and in that course I found out that 75% of suicides in the UK are men, which is just crazy. And I genuinely believe it's because men don't talk about their feelings, or men are put down to feel a certain way, or men are supposed to like support their family. So if they've got money issues, or they feel like they're letting their family down in any way, like it's a lot of pressure for them. I know for me, when I feel down and upset, like I spill everything to anyone who will listen. I'm not like a secretive person. I like break down to someone on the train like, ah. But like once you let those feelings out, you feel so much better. So 100%, I know that men, like, imagine keeping in your problems all the time and never speaking to anyone about it. That would really play on your mental health. So yeah, 100%, I do feel that men are afraid to talk about their feelings, but I do think that they're getting better at it because it's becoming more of the norm. And I love the type of men that, like, I see some men on my Instagram that I follow, just like normal boys that like post quotes and things like that, and I love that, because why can't boys post quotes? Why can't boys like put positive things out? Like, what's wrong with that? But other boys will probably be sitting there like, oh, why is he posting quotes for? But I definitely feel that that will change over time. Things are getting better and it will become easier for men. So I hope in the next generation, things like suicide rates for men will decrease. Is it bad at 20 years old I have no interest in relationships? Absolutely not. You are 20, right? I don't know what the average age is. Let's say it's 80. You've got 60 years of your life left. Like 60 years. Imagine if you was with the same age from when you was like 15 and then you get to 80 and you're like, Jesus Christ, I've spent 65 years revolving my life around you and only 15 on myself. Like, you're 20. You can live your life 3 times over with somebody, so no. Girl, you got a long way ahead of you. What do I find least attractive in a guy? 100% if they are not a gentleman. Like, I absolutely hate that. I'm not even talking about like money things. I just mean like just not thinking about women. Do you know what I mean? I don't expect them to like hold my chair out or anything, but to make sure that you get home safe. I don't know, just like them not thinking about your well-being. I know that sounds silly because, you know, women power and all that, but I do think that if they don't act like that, then there's probably something wrong with them. Sorry, my battery died and now I can hear a lawnmower. Do you believe you can just be friends with a boy? I 100% think you can, personally. I've never experienced a situation where I've gone from being friends to, with my first relationship, that's what happened. We was friends and then it turned into a relationship, but that's just one person. Like, I've got loads of friends that are boys and there's nothing much to it. But I've never actually had like a friendship where we've like just hang out us two and stuff. I don't know, I guess if you just hang out on your own, maybe. But if they're like a distant friend and you message sometimes and you catch up but you don't do anything on your own, then yeah, 100%. Someone's asked me, what is the one thing about a girl that is an instant turn off for a boy? Am I a boy? What? Why won't your brother ask me out? That is a very good question. I don't think Tom will ask anyone out until he's about 45 because he loves the pub too much. He loves being out with his friends too much. Like, even in lockdown, his poor sister, who was not doing anything, he still didn't do anything with me. He went on one walk with me and I was like, can you do stuff with me? No. He was more interested in going on bike rides with his mates, like when we was allowed to go out, that is, but you know. Anyway, so no, he just loves his mates too much. I'm going to end this video with this question because I love this one. So, do boys get nicer and less obsessed with looks and popularity as you get older? Yes, because once you leave school or college or uni or whatever it is, there is no such thing as popularity. And all those girls in school that are up their own arses because they're the popular girls, that literally means nothing on the outside world, like literally nothing. So 100% yes. In terms of looks, yeah, 100%, because you start going out into the real world. No one cares about was you popular at school. Like, you take each person as who they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, things like that really don't matter. So yes, you do not need to worry. It's called growing up. Guys, I'm going to end this video here because I've got the driest mouth and you can probably hear that lawnmower going off in the background. I really hope you enjoy this video and I will see you in my next one.